Thank you for tuning into this fine edition of this podcast here. I'd like to welcome in the boys, like y'all know them as Bear and Juicy. Bear, we'll talk with you first. How you doing today?
Oh, just flew in to work. Got in a little while ago. I'm a little minor inconvenience with a flat tire on a work truck, but I think we'll be all right. I'll deal with that in the morning.
All right, Juicy, how you doing on this fine day?
Oh, doing swell, man. How about you?
He should be
I'm
good. He
doing
slept
well.
all day at work today.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so let's start it off here. If you had any money is no option, who would you pick to be your ideal coaching staff for LSU? Where does, of course, you got the offensive line coach and that kind of thing there. We'll leave that out of it. We'll do offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and head coach. Bear, we're going to start with you. Yes, free reign.
Free
Uh,
reign for head
age is a
coach.
age is a factor. We're going to put age as a factor in here because obviously we can't reverse engineer age. But who would you put as head coach, offensive coordinator, and defensive coordinator for LSU?
Well, if age is a factor, then I know y'all keep saying Kiffin, but I think Summerall would be my head choice. Summerall or Gruden would be my head coach choice. Offensive coordinator, let's go get Mike Denbrock, even though he's older, or better yet, let's go with Joe Brady. Bring back Joe Brady as OC, and let's bring in. I don't even. I tell you, what, Kelvin Shepard. Let's bring in Kelvin Shepard as our DC. If we're going young coaches, let's do that.
I'm surprised you didn't put Blake Baker there.
I'm not impressed with him after the last two or three after the last three games. I'm not impressed with
Yeah,
him. He fired. He can coach linebackers or something. He ain't my DC. I want Kelvin Shepard.
Juicy, what you thinking?
Well, for offensive coordinator, I kind of would agree with him on Joe Brady. Mike Denbrock wouldn't necessarily be bad either, but the age is the only thing that's really affecting him there. But he's a great OC. I mean, he was mastermind behind the Jaden Daniels. Joe Brady was the mastermind behind Joe Burrow. Uh, so you can go either one, but obviously you want longevity with Joe Brady. And for defensive coordinator, honestly, I mean, I would I would stick with Blake Baker. Honestly, I'm a little bit more sympathetic because I mean, it, it ain't like the offense is giving this defense a lot to work with, a lot of help, especially here in the recent weeks. Um, I mean, he's very aggressive, which honestly, I mean, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That's what I would believe too. I mean,
Aggressive enough
bring
to leave a 20-yard gap for a rushing quarterback that runs for 100 yards and two touchdowns every game. He's that
well,
aggressive enough for that.
you can't go and play for him either. But hey, I mean, I would blitz him, try to keep a spy on him. I mean,
But
that's what
he's
I would
not.
do. I
That's the
mean,
thing.
I like the aggressiveness, high risk, high reward. Um, like running backs coach and stuff, I would go with like Leonard Fournette.
Well,
Um,
that's getting into detail for it because I think that's
you
kind of
don't want to go
like,
that much detail. Okay.
yeah. We'll be staying here all night talking about like details of what's going on here. Like, oh, I'm gonna hire Rob Gronkowski as my tight end coach.
But well, if
It
we
wouldn't
just
be a
doing
bad
that,
hire though.
I would do like Joe Brady and Blake Baker, or you bring in the another defensive coordinator would be somebody like Bill Belichick or something, but he ain't gonna be a
Kelvin
defensive
Shepard.
coordinator though.
Kelvin Shepard would be a younger play for sure, in coaching regards there. So I think like offensive coordinator wise, if I was looking at like guys to bring back,
I
I
tell
do
you,
want to differentiate from y'all. I do like Mike Denbrock. I do think that that was a mistake from Kelly to let him go away. I do think Mike Denbrock is someone that you really look at and you kind of like, okay, I think I want him like calling the plays for my offense and stuff. And I think I'm actually with Caleb here. If I wanted someone that's a little bit like not a big name, you want someone
Oh,
that's
I got
like
another name for you that would be good. Will Muschamp
Matt Patricia.
or Matt Patricia.
I do like I do like John Summerall. I do think because he's won everywhere he's been at. I kind of agree with Bear there. I think that's something that you have to look at, and I think he's going to be he's a climber.
And
That's a
Kiffin would
coach
be
I
the head
want.
coach for me, but
That,
Summerall's apparently pretty good too.
Well, you gotta
well,
look at it
here's the
like
thing with
this, like
here's the thing with
like
Summerall. He has won everywhere he's been at. He's a climber. That's what you want for your
So
program.
did
You don't
Brian
want
Kelly.
somebody
So
that's going
what
to come in
happened
like,
there?
okay, so you
And
have
so did
Kelly that's
Brian
already at the
Kelly.
top, right? Kelly was already up here at Notre Dame. He didn't really have that much higher to go. LSU was probably like another tier up higher, and he wanted to try to win a national championship, was what he said, right? It's coach talk. We all know about that. But you want somebody that is like, that kind of works his way up through the system. That way, if it works out for you, you have him for several more years,
The,
more than these old heads, more at the top than what's going to be sitting over there. You know,
the
like you're going to
plus would
have
be like for John
10,
Summerall.
15 years. Wait,
The
what?
plus for him. Well, the plus side for John Summerall is you're obviously not going to make him the highest paid coach off the bat, so his buyout wouldn't be nearly as
now
bad
wait,
as.
now wait, you forgetting this too now. I mean, he's been at Tulane what? How many 2 years now? He's got basically New Orleans on lockdown for recruiting and the whole state of Louisiana locked down for
And New
recruiting.
Orleans is a hotbed.
Although he's not getting the talent that LSU and the other schools are getting, but you put him at LSU and he will get that talent.
Well, look at it like this, though, too. Look what he's doing against his peers, right? Look
Yeah,
at the American Conference. That's all you can basically judge him off of. The American Conference compared to the ACC is not that big of a gap
of a
difference with
jump.
talent.
Yeah.
Parity wise, I mean they're kind of almost on board with like if I was ranking conferences, Big 12 is obviously better than the ACC right now. But I think if it's you're looking at talent gaps between conferences, American's probably your top G6 conference that you got going on right now. But it's not that far away from the ACC. Like it's just a branding thing, really, honestly.
His
But the way the
buyout wouldn't be a
conferences
lot,
are.
at least, though, if you don't work out.
Um, I mean, I don't think, yeah, like his buyout shouldn't be that much at
Yeah, I,
LSU if he gets over there. He can get
Because
a
Summerall,
pretty
I,
you're
good
not going to
deal.
start him off as like the highest paid coach. He's not
I'm
going to
just
obviously
looking at
start
it
him.
from a recruiting standpoint of what he's done at Tulane for New Orleans, and he can turn around, give him LSU money, LSU prestige, and he can go get those four or 5 star kids out of New Orleans, out of the state of Louisiana, and keep them home instead of them going out of state.
I've seen him coach at Cajun Field for several years when he was head coach at Troy. Then I got to see him again last year whenever Our Lady of Lord Stadium was under renovation and stuff. And he was scheming up things. And I was like, man, dude, like he was, we had gaps in the Cajun defense there. And he just was torching us left and right. They scored 40
Still,
something,
though, it's not
22
it's not
points in that game.
SEC. It's not SEC talent. I've also seen a Tulane team blow like a 10-point, 20-point lead over Ole Miss too when they was playing them
Have
last
you
year.
uh have you seen LSU blow any 10, 20-point leads in the last 3 years, Juicy?
Yeah,
I
I've
mean,
seen them blow five
obviously,
point leads and get outscored
So,
35-7 in the
but
second
I
half.
say that
I
I
mean,
say
that's
that to say though I'm still not sold on the competition level yet because I mean I know it's promising, but it's not the SEC by any means.
You're not gonna get any big name coach to. We can't afford another big name coach. We just finished paying off Ed O. Now we got to pay this clown 54 million.
No, we
So
don't.
like,
Somebody bought out most of the buyout, so we got lucky there.
yeah, but the way the contract was set up, it has to be paid in monthly installments until 2031. There's no like lump sum. That was part of the
yeah,
negotiation. If he got fired, he had to get paid in monthly installments for 90% of the contract.
dude. I want Kelly's agent, man, because I think he took Woodward to the now. So with Woodward, there's some people that want him gone. Okay, um, I think
Now,
this is
but
kind of
wait,
a topic
before
we need to.
why you before you get into the Woodward thing, because I'm gonna lead off with this. There's
Okay.
another name that's being thrown around that nobody's really talking about. Him and Scott Woodward are actually best friends. Scott Woodward hired him when he was at A&M, Jimbo Fisher.
I
I
know
don't think
we.
I'd want
I
Jimbo,
know he's
but
not gonna
I
make
don't
that.
either, but that's
He
just
ain't
one
gonna
of the
make
other
that
names that's
mistake
been thrown
twice.
around.
He ain't gonna make that same mistake twice.
well, here's the thing though. Someone brought this up. I was talking with him today, and the thing that was brought up the most about it was Woodward hasn't nailed football or basketball very well. You're two money making sports. Now, needless to say, he nailed it with,
Mulkey was a good high.
but that's not a money making sport in collegiate athletics. That's not the one
Oh,
that's going to pay your bills. Football and basketball is going to be paying your bills at the end of the day,
or
and he
football
hasn't
and
really nailed
baseball at
it too much.
LSU.
But as far as like general, like baseball is an exception, though. LSU baseball is an
Kenny
exception to the
Johnson, but
rule.
Kenny Johnson ended up being a good high.
But I'm talking about the money making sports in
Yeah,
general with college athletics. That's what I'm trying to get at. He hasn't
it's
really
football and
done.
basketball. Yeah,
Yeah, he hasn't really nailed those. The big, those are like women's basketball and baseball and softball and all of those sports are like sitting like right here when you're talking about money making, money generating for your university in college athletics. Whereas football and basketball is going to be kind of like somewhere around this little level here. And if you don't hit here, this ain't paying your bills. Up here is going to pay your bills. That's where it's
yeah.
at. So that's part of it, though. Whoa, I don't know who that is. Let's see.
I don't know what is going on.
Nope, that's got to be Juicy.
Yeah, it ain't me. So I had an interesting discussion about Brian Kelly getting fired last night with a friend of mine, and he's like, I don't understand how you fire a coach that wins 71% of his games and was winning you 10 games here and had you ranked in the top 25. And I'm like, look at the numbers. He was 4-11 or 4-12 versus top 25 teams. And you're averaging 2.1 yards per carry on rushing. You had a 95th ranked offense, a top 30th defense. You had a running game that was ranked 115th in the country. So it doesn't matter if you're 4-11 versus top 25 teams, regardless of what your record is. That 71% doesn't matter if you can't win the big games that matter. And that's
Yep, and
that's ultimately what cost him his job.
I think if you look at it from ideally looking at it here, I think his inability to get off of Joe Sloan, like he was loyal to Joe Sloan, like Joe Sloan. I mean, there was calls from him last year to get rid of him because they didn't have the running
Yeah,
game before then.
and I
Um,
think that was
and
that
that
was
I
part
think
of the
that was,
deal with the Brian Kelly Scott Woodward discussion that got heated because Woodward wanted him to fire Joe Sloan and Kelly told him no, and then they got into a heated argument and Kelly basically walked out of the meeting.
and I think we brought this up last week before all this stuff started. That at the end of if they lost to A&M, we said on this very show here that Brian Kelly's going to make changes or he might be the one being cut, basically. You know, that was part of it. And that change, was brought up and it was not handled well, according to insiders and stuff. They got video of him packing up his stuff and eating that Supreme Grill. That guy's not hurting at all.
No.
So, Juicy, you all right over there? I guess I don't know what happened there. We'll get back to him whenever we have a chance here too. But I mean, looking at it here, I mean, we got women's basketball, men's basketball season to kind of look at here. LSU's been kind of looking good on the hardwood, to say the least, for sure here. So I mean, that's something to kind of look forward to. But is there? I think this is a crazy take here. If you had to rate on a 0 to 100% chance, is it humanly possible for LSU to make the CFP this year?
LSU football?
Yeah.
to make the college football playoff.
Let's go ahead. Let's just throw it out there and see what we got.
A negative 75.
A net 75. No chance at all. Not even a 0.12% or something like that.
No, absolutely nothing. 3 losses before November. You're cooked.
I was thinking maybe if they just ran through and won the rest of their schedule, you're like a win against Alabama, a win against the.
Who are they favored against besides Western Kentucky? And then that one's kind of iffy.
I'm just saying, if they went on a miracle run, is it possible? That's all. That's the question I'm asking.
You'd have to have some other teams lose 2 games for them to get in. So that's why I give them a negative 75%.
And that that's the realistic take I expected.
Hey, that's what you get. That's why we do this.
Yeah. Juicy, what you think? I think he can't hear me. I had muted him because his mic was going crazy. I got him unmuted now, so I don't know what happened there. He might need to drop and come back in it or whatever, but we'll see what happens with all that there.
He's a big boy.
He'll figure it out. Yeah, he dropped it. Okay. So I don't think there's a chance, even if they won all the games. I think even if they had the 2 lost teams go in there, I think this season's kind of done for LSU. I think at this point you're playing for a bowl game and it's going from there. Which bowl games don't?
It ain't gonna be a very good one.
Let's see.
Hello.
You got your mic situation figured out?
I think so.
You scared me, bro. I thought like some kind of zombie or monster or something was coming at you. Now they are during Halloween.
There's a Grishin over here.
You had that Rougarou.
That old Rougarou got me or something.
That old Rougarou got juicy over there. Right before Halloween, man. We lost another one.
Hey, so I heard you ask about the college football playoff at LSU.
Okay, what you think?
Pretty much.
I'm just saying, what if they got on a run, Juicy, and they just won every single game from here on out? Do they have a shot?
Pretty much, the only shot they have is when hell freezes over, basically.
Yeah, I gave him a negative 75%. He wanted a number. That's the number I came up with.
You know what? I agree with that there. All right, so I know this is your favorite part of the show. I think it's Bear's favorite part of the show, the picks here. So Bear, where's everybody at on Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Juicy Mike, but it's doing some crazy.
Do you have a way to pull it up on your phone? Because I'm afraid
it's
gonna throw me off. It's gonna kick me out.
Let me see.
I don't want to close it out.
I don't think my. Oh wait, it paused it. Okay, okay. Well then, don't worry about it. I do know that. Let's see. Let's go pick some games here. This is gonna be fun. Fun times here. Let's see. Where is?
Make sure you got the right week this time.
Oh yeah, I was.
Like
we're in week 10, right?
I guess.
Look, I'll share my screen with y'all. Because let me see.
Yeah,
I don't know
last
what.
time you was I know Tennessee and Oklahoma play this week, right?
Hello.
Hey.
Okay, I think you're good now. Hold on a second. Let me share my screen so y'all can see. Here we go. Here's all the games here. If you're watching on Facebook, you won't be able to see this because I got this on my phone. If you want to watch the whole share screen thing, go on YouTube so you can kind of get more of a, look at, let's see. So James Madison and Texas State's playing right now. They're in the third. James Madison's winning. UTEP's winning if you're tracking all the games here. So let's do top 25. It is week 10. So let's look at this here. Let's pick this Friday matchup here. Number 25, Memphis taking on Rice. Caleb, you see my screen?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
see it.
got you.
Okay, so Bear, who you think is going to win out of Memphis and Rice?
Oh, is that a? Oh, Memphis should be able to win this game. It looks like a Rice is like 4-4 or something, or 6.
Yeah, they're 4-4.
We got Darth Vader over here.
Yeah, I don't
Hello.
know what.
Can y'all hear me?
Dude, put your
We can hear
Bluetooth
you, but your
headset
mic
on or
is like going
something, dude.
crazy. It's something fierce, bro.
I got Memphis winning that game.
You outside, Juicy, or something?
No, I'm not outside. Not at all.
It sounds like you
Sounds like you
outside.
be.
I'm not outside. I don't know what's going on.
Let's see, because it has like a. Let me see. I can't read Juicy on my thing, so let me see. It's got my. So I can't mute him. So if he's crazy, that's what the mic. Okay, so I got Memphis win this one. Rice isn't. I mean, Rice is about a 500 team this year. Beat my
Yeah.
Cajuns at All Lady of Lord Stadium. I got Memphis win this one though. But what you think, Juicy? Who you think picking Memphis and Rice?
I got Memphis.
Okay. Miami taking on SMU. Bear. Bear, you there?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
here.
here.
Who you got?
Oh,
Miami or SMU?
oh, I mean, Rhett Lashley was supposed to be one of the ones that was up for a head coaching job, but the way SMU's playing right now, I don't think he's gonna get it. But Miami should be able to handle business in this one. They should be able to take care of SMU.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Oof. I can actually hear myself
Turn
think a
that
little bit here.
turn that TV off, dude.
It was something. Okay. So Miami. Oh Lord, I got it. Luckily, I got it muted. Uh, I got Miami. It's pouring down to the house right now. I got Miami beating SMU. Juicy, who you got? Juicy, who
I
you
don't
got?
think he's I don't think he's there.
Nope. I don't hear him. Yeah, he just dropped off. It's
Got
got to
them
be something with his
crickets.
connection or something. I'm thinking, but
Yeah,
uh,
it's gotta be.
Yep. Penn State taking on number one Ohio State. Who you got, Bear?
Well, about a month ago, this game actually would have meant something when Penn State was ranked number 2, number 3, and they were, supposedly one of the best teams in the country. But I mean, based off the way they've been playing the last several weeks, I mean, Ohio State should be able to handle them easily at home.
I'm gonna go with Ohio State. I think they're gonna do enough to beat Penn State here. Juicy looks like he rejoined us here, so let's see what he's got here. Juicy, who you got between Miami and SMU?
I got Miami.
All right. What about Penn State and Ohio State? I'm trying to catch you up.
Ohio State.
All right. Okay. Vanderbilt taking on Texas. I got Vandy in this one. I think they'll win in Austin. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, I was gonna say that based off the way Texas has been playing, and they should have lost that game against Mississippi State. I think the referees gave them a touchdown that wasn't in overtime, but I'm gonna agree with you on this one. I'm gonna take the Commodores.
What'd you see?
I'm gonna go with the Commodores. I'm gonna agree with y'all as well. I'm gonna take Vandy.
West Virginia taking on number 10. I got Houston this game. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, West Virginia's not looking very good. Rich Rod still got some work to do over there. He needs some help. So I'm gonna take the Cougars at home.
Juicy, who you got?
I got the Cougars.
Number 16, Louisville taking on Virginia Tech. I have Louisville winning this one here. What you think, Bear?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you, Louisville, and like I think Braum also would be a good choice for LSU too, if need be.
Juicy, what you thinking?
I'm gonna go with Louisville as well.
Number 2, Indiana taking on. I got Indiana. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, Maryland. No, I don't really haven't seen much. I've seen or heard much about them, but Indiana should be able to hold on and take care of business. So I'm gonna go with the Hoosiers.
What you thinking, Juicy?
I'm gonna go with Hoosier Daddy, as they call him.
Number 12, Notre Dame. I have who you got?
Yeah, Notre Dame should be able to take care of business and handle Boston College for another signature win on their schedule.
Juicy?
That's why I said
I'm
that.
gonna go with Notre Dame as well.
Number 13, Texas Tech taking on Kansas State. Give me Texas Tech going to go on the road. I think they're going to pick up the win. What you think, Bear?
Yeah, Kansas State. I mean, they're not playing very good this year as they have in years past. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take the NIL money in this one. Give me the Red Raiders.
What you thinking, Juicy?
I'm gonna agree with him. I'm gonna go with Texas Tech.
Number 5, Georgia taking on Florida.
The world's largest outdoor cocktail party.
That's racist. You can't say that. Oh, you picked Florida to win?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. You know what? I'm gonna do the same
It's a
thing.
rivalry
I'm gonna pick
game.
Florida to pull the upset. I'm gonna pick Florida to pull the upset. They need the win. Georgia's defense looks suspect at times. I'm gonna take Florida.
I'm surprised you went with me there. You gonna make this a 3 for Juicy?
Nah, man, I ain't feeling bold. I'm gonna go with Georgia.
Okay. All right. Number 15, Virginia taking on Cal here. I got Virginia winning this one. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, the Golden Bears of Cal have not been good for a very long time. They need some help. So I'm gonna go with the Wahoos. The Cavaliers should keep rolling.
What?
I'm gonna go with Virginia.
Purdue taking on number 21. I got the Wolverines picking up the win over Purdue. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, Purdue's not very good. Michigan should do enough with their vanilla offense to be able to beat Purdue.
I'm gonna go with the Wolverines. I'm not sold on the spread though. I think it'll be a closer, but I still think Michigan will win.
So, Juicy going with Michigan. South Carolina taking on number 7, Ole Miss. This one, I have an upset watch on. Not because I think South Carolina's a better team, but just the distractions.
Because of Lenore Sellers.
Yeah, the distractions going on at Ole Miss too. Will these players be focused on South Carolina, or are they thinking about their coach possibly leaving? I think Ole Miss is going to win this game, but it's going to be closer than 12.5 points. What you think, Bear?
Not so fast.
Oh,
Based off of what I saw against South Carolina, with South Carolina last week, they took Alabama down to the wire. It was a back and forth game, and with the distraction of what's Lane Kiffin gonna do, I tell you what, I'm pulling the upset. I'm gonna pick South Carolina to win this game.
all right. What you thinking, Juicy?
Well, what I'm thinking first is I don't get it how LSU beat South Carolina, who almost beat Alabama, and then get the brakes blown off by A&M. But nonetheless, I say that to say I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the
Do
Lane
it.
train, man. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with the Lane train, man. I just
You suck.
still gonna think Ole Miss is gonna win though.
Number 8, Georgia Tech taking on NC State. Look, I love Tech. I like if I had to pull for another like an ACC team, I want Georgia Tech to win it all this year. Give me the Yellow Jackets. I think they'll win it. What you think, Bear?
Yeah, I like what Brent Key, who's a Georgia Tech alum, is what he's got going on over there in Georgia Tech. And NC State's not very good. I mean, they've been struggling against some bad teams this year in their conference. So I'm gonna take Georgia Tech in this one to keep rolling.
What you thinking, Juicy?
The Yellow Jackets.
Number 18, Oklahoma taking on number 14, Tennessee. This one I'm intrigued about.
The Hyper Bowl.
Yep. How does Oklahoma respond, right? How do they respond against Tennessee? They got to go on the road. It's going to be a very tough game for them to win because they're going to have to go on the road and try to like beat this team here. It ain't going to happen this Saturday. Give me the Volunteers to take down Oklahoma. Who you got, Bear?
Yeah, I was gonna say that Oklahoma's defense early in the year was really good, and John Mateer was really good. He has not been the same since he's come back from that hand surgery. I don't think he's 100% myself. And Tennessee always finds a way to get it done at home. So I'm going to agree with you on this one. I'm going to take the Volunteers to beat Oklahoma.
What you thinking, Juicy?
Both are well said. I got Tennessee.
Number 23, USC taking on Nebraska. I got the Trojans winning this one here, even though I think it is a 6.5 point favorite right there. I think I'm saying
6.5 point favorite.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go USC.
I don't know. Matt Rule is playing. I don't know. Nebraska has been playing really good at home this year. I tell you what, I'm going to pick Nebraska to win this game.
That's fair. What you thinking, Juicy?
You know,
I gotta catch up in the ranking.
You know, I'm a whatever Bear said. Obviously, he knows how to pick games better than us. So I'm gonna cheat off of his answer sheet, and I'm gonna say Nebraska.
What you talking about?
Right.
You closing the gap. I only have a 3-game lead now instead of a 5.
Number 17, Cincinnati taking on number 24, Utah.
Ooh, this is gonna be a
And
fun
you
one.
this at home, Cincinnati. I really do like Cincinnati as a team this year, but man, this 9:15 kickoff. This is going to be kind of a. I think this might be a tough one for Cincinnati to win. Just going across time zones, you're on that Eastern time zone, kind of getting like
2 different time zones. Because you got to go to Central and through Central and Mountain time. So
and then Mountain, and then it's a 9:15 kickoff. So
they're essentially 3 hours
I don't
behind.
know.
Off
Yeah,
schedule.
give me Utah. I think that's gonna be too much for them. What you thinking, Bear?
Yeah, with the exception of that blowout loss to BYU at home, I mean Utah's been playing really good. And the whole time zone deal, like you're going from Eastern time zone, which is an hour ahead, to Mountain time or possibly Pacific time, which is I think that's Pacific time actually. So they'd be a whole 3 hours behind on the time zone. So I'm gonna go with Utah for to catch them in maybe a little jet lag or something.
What you thinking, Juicy?
Well, I know y'all talking about time zones, or like we all think that weather or time zones has something to do with games.
Well, look at USC and Michigan. That was
Well,
another one. Michigan went over
we
there.
thought I do faintly remember like 10 years ago or so, a team from Mountain Time Zone from Boise State came down to Lafayette, which is like a whole other couple time zones, and beat the brakes off of UL. That was in September, so that didn't matter.
Yeah, but
Honestly, I don't think any of that matters. Really, I think
no, you
I think
go ahead.
Cincinnati gonna win this game.
Yeah, but you gotta look at
Look,
it like this.
I
Boise
remember.
State jumped ahead. Cincinnati's going 3 hours behind. So
I
that's
No, oh no,
remember,
also
Boise State was also an 11 o'clock kickoff too. It was an early game
dude.
on top of
So
that.
I remember I was at the game, and
It was an
that
11 o'clock kickoff
that
too. It
was
was
the
an early game.
hottest football game I've ever been to in my life. They had the band at halftime. The stadium was empty. Well,
It was
like I mean, there
35
wasn't
to
really
3
much.
at halftime. Boise State was up 35-3. I remember that.
I'm just I'm just speaking from the whole driving experience, like going from Central Time to
That don't
Pacific Time.
matter.
You 2 hours behind, so everything is 2 hours off, and you feel like
So
you're dragging.
with the band was in the middle of the field, and they just started like collapsing on the field due to heat exhaustion. Like
Yeah, they wore them
Wow.
big, thick uniforms.
it's like, man, you saw four.
They wore them big, thick uniforms with the humidity and all that.
That's their own fault.
Still didn't change the scoreboard though.
With that ice, they had like some ice or like some kind of mist to cool off. So I mean, LSU ball is going to kick off against Tarleton State. November 5th officially is their game they're going to have to play. LSU done game. How do you feel about basketball this year, Bear?
I mean, Kim Mulkey seems like they have a pretty talented roster again this year. I mean, I think their roster is actually a little better this year. Last year they had a lot of young talent, young players on their roster, so that was kind of part of their issue. But those girls, those women are now all a year older in the system, and so I think. I mean, we looking at. I mean, playing for another national championship this year, so we'll see how it goes.
It is an expedition game against Langston. Uh, Juicy, what you like? I mean, like, how you view the season going for them?
Honestly, I know we kind of talked about. We had previewed it. We had said like anywhere between like 4 to 6 losses they probably have would be probably a good window. And I still think that's fair. I stand by that. How I think the season's going to go. South Carolina, obviously, they have to get over that. They have to get over that South Carolina hump. That would be the only issue I really have, honestly, with them. But I think the season's really, I mean, another Elite Eight, Final Four is not out of the realm of possibility.
I think it's very much so. I do think that's a very good thing to kind of see how it's all going to go here with the way the schedule breaks down. They got Houston Christian and Southeastern coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We'll pick those games next week here. I think they're going to beat Langston, to be honest with both of y'all here. It
No,
shouldn't be
yeah, they
close at
should.
all. I mean, it's an expedition game, so I mean, it's not really much to kind of say about them there. I mean, we're going to keep tabs on them and kind of see what's going on, but I do think that we're going to be in for a treat. That's for sure here. I think LSU men's basketball. I think they'll beat Tarleton State to start off the season. That is next Wednesday, November 5th. So I think
Yeah,
I mean we'll say that for next week too. But I mean I personally think they're going to win that game. But not really too much left to talk about here, but I think we're gonna end it on that note. Anything you want to say before we go out there here, Bear?
All I can say is, I mean, what can we say? We were right about Brian Kelly. We were right about LSU losing A&M. I mean, I hope things get better for him for the rest of the year, but I don't, unless these guys just rally around Frank Wilson and come out to play. I don't see him winning, but Western Kentucky. So we shall see.
What you thinking, Juicy? As we get off here, did we lose? Yeah, much going on here. Check out our storefront. Posted a link on our Facebook page and X page as well. Just follow us on all our social medias: Facebook, X, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're watching this live stream from. Thank you for all the support up here on Fishbowl Sports. Here, we'll see you here next time here on Fishbowl Sports.
Big things coming in the future. Just hang on.
Yeah, big things are coming here. See you here next time here on Fishbowl.